Is the stream working? Yo, is it streaming? I hope it's streaming now. I'm just gonna wait for a bit. Okay, the stream is up. I'm not delaying it anymore. I've been wanting to tell this story for quite a while now, but it's kept on being delayed. Okay, this stream... Oh, fine, I just want to charge. This stream would be a different stream compared to normal. I'd say this would be a more exciting stream compared to usual. As you can read by the title of the stream, in today's stream, I'm gonna be telling the story of how I fumbled the bag. I was actually supposed to do this stream earlier. When I ended the earlier stream at 9:55, I wanted to start the stream again at 10 o'clock because I thought that was when my friend would come back. But then I waited till 10:30, 11. I thought he was gonna come then, 11:15, and then 11:30. And then I decided, okay, at 11:30, I'm gonna schedule the stream for 11:45. And Elliot made me wait for so long. I actually wanted to tell the story at 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. but I can only tell the story now. And there's no one watching, but I'm just gonna tell the story anyway. Okay, this story took place today itself. As it happened, I kinda wanted to get it as fast as possible. I'm not sure if I can play the game and tell the story at the same time, but I'll try my best, guys. Okay, so today was a regular Monday. I had school today, and I went about my day, and at around I had my classes at around 1:30. My classes ended, so I was just on a regular... I was just sitting around the benches talking to my school friends until my grandma picked me up from school. Usually my grandma doesn't pick me up from school. Usually it's someone else, but today she decided to pick me up. And then we were gonna have lunch at this place. I think it's some Korean barbecue place, and yeah, we had lunch there. She was meeting up with some of her friends, and we went to the place. And honestly, the food there was pretty good. There was like soup, rice, and they were frying the chicken. The employees were frying the chicken in front of us. And I had some rice. It was kind of seafood soup. I didn't really prefer it, but I had some. I ate the food. The food was good. And then they obviously paid the bill, and then I had to go to and then we went out of the restaurant. But it was a nice time having lunch with my grandmother and her friends. And then we went out. There was outside that Korean barbecue restaurant, there was a restaurant. I mean, what? No, there's some unnecessary details. We kind of went to an ice cream shop. We went in, we saw the prices. We didn't like those prices, and we went out. Okay, I think this game is over. Yeah, it's GG's. Okay, so as Then my grandma's friends, my grandma decided my grandma's friends decided to walk to the car, and my grandma wanted to go with them to the car. And I thought my grandma like double parked, but as it turns out later, she didn't double park. She was like parking beside her friends, but it was quite far apart. I thought it was a double park, and my grandma had to go drive her car out first, but that wasn't the case. Okay, so as we were passing by the 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 shops to get to my grandma's car, I saw a chagi. Yeah, there's a drinks place called Chagi. I don't know, it's rather popular. I think many of you guys, if you're from here, you would have heard of it. So there's a Chagi there. I thought there's this person in school. Well, they used to be in school. They were my hey, am I getting docked while telling a story? There's a person in school, and they're not in the same class as me, although I would like to be in the same class as them. It's a girl. I'm finding it hard to talk. There was a girl in the same class as me. Please don't dox me. And well, she's in a different school now. And honestly, I would be happy to have seen her there. I thought she came out of somewhere, and then stop with the troll. I thought I saw her come out of somewhere, and I saw her go into the Chagi, and I wanted to take a look to see if it was actually my as someone I knew from school. And then she went inside the Chagi, and this guy is distracting me. I went inside the Chagi to see if it was... No, I didn't go inside the Chagi. I was walking with my grandma, and then I think I might have to lose this game. She went inside the Chagi. I tried to see if she turned her face, or if I could look at her to see if it was actually the person I knew from school. And then I decided to... Okay, my grandma was rushing me. I thought she double parked the car on her friend's turn, but it wasn't the case. So I was like... I also kind of wanted Chagi myself, but I was scared to go into the store, and if it was actually the person from school, I was scared that it would be awkward. So I was like, okay, fine, let's just go walk to the car. So I go with my grandma. We were like crossing the road to get to a car. We were kind of walking behind her friends. Her friends got to the car. My grandma got to the car. Okay, and while I was like looking into the Chagi, it was like I was staring into the Chagi for like 5 seconds. Those were like 5 painful seconds to try and see whether or not that person in the Chagi was the person I knew from school. And then I got the when I got in the car, well, I was thinking about it while walking to the car. I got the bright idea of messaging her on Instagram, because that's the only way of contacting her that I knew that I could do. I decided to message her on Instagram to see if she was at that Chagi. I was like, were you at Chagi? And then I put my phone down. I was waiting for a response. I was kind of hoping she would say yes, but then if she said yes and I didn't go say hi to her, that would have been another fumble. Like if I see my friend in public, I don't say hi to them, that's another way of me fumbling badly, as I said I wouldn't do last stream. I ended up fumbling anyway. It's hard to play the game and talk at the same time. I don't know how Ken does it. And we took 0 damage on our towers. Okay. What was I saying? We have to take this damage here. I decided to message her on Instagram. I was like, hey, where you at? I was like, were you at Chagi? And I was waiting a response. I was rather sad. And then eventually I saw the message on my phone. She said no. And quickly, to not lose all my aura, I quickly responded, okay, NVM, which is short for never mind. But in that moment, I feel so sad. I mistook a random person for a person I knew in school. That was such a that was how I fumbled the bag. That was such a I minus 10,000 aura from that. That was such a bad blunder that I could mistake someone so unique, so outstanding as her. And I felt bad. I didn't want the impression. I didn't want her to have that impression that she's a common person and I could have mistook someone else for her. It was so sad. And in that moment, I went through the 5 stages of grief or something like that. You know? Okay, what are the 5 stages of grief, you ask? Well, I remember watching this. What? I remember watching this YouTube video and it was explaining like the 5 stages of grief, and there were a bunch of characters representing the 5 stages of grief. I believe it was denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So, okay, I didn't get to the last one. Okay. Yeah, okay. You know, in the okay, you know what? Never mind. Okay, so at first I went through denial. The denial stage was insane. You won't believe what happened. When I was like, hey, she messaged me on Instagram. She said, no, that was not me at Chagi. She said, N-O. That was it. And at first I went through denial. No way, I didn't mistake such a pretty, outstanding person that's popular as someone else. Like, there's no way. She's too unique. So I was denial. Hey, she's lying. She just is an introvert, doesn't want to... No, stop. She's an introvert. She doesn't want to see me. So she was like, no, I was not at Chagi. So the denial was that I thought it was actually her. That was the denial. And then the second stage, anger. I was like, grr, I fumbled the bag. I mistook such a nice... I can't even find words. A nice person, nice girl, and I mistook her. I was angry at myself, like, I fumbled the bag. It's so stupid. I was angry, and then eventually I bargained. Hey, she's just like, she's so popular. She's gonna ignore my message. That was the bargaining stage. She's gonna ignore my message. She doesn't even care. She probably just said no, but like she doesn't even read my message, and maybe she didn't even notice I messaged her. And then came the 4th stage, sadness. I fumbled the bag so hard. I mistook someone for someone else. No! And I was just in sadness. I was in shambles. And you know what? I don't think I've even reached the 5th stage. Not until like I see her IRL like, and make it up to her somehow. I don't know. Yeah, so right now I'm at the sadness stage where I just... Yeah, it's pretty sad. And then, bro, and then I drove home. And what my grandma drove home, she dropped me off at my house. I was just thinking, I feel so sad that I have to stream. I have to get this video out. I have to stream it to YouTube. I have to tell everyone and dox myself even more. And then yes, yeah, I need this holiday to recover from my sadness, unless I could speak to her or see her again. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream this. I told my good friend Zion, hey, I'm gonna stream this. I told my good friend Elliot, I'm gonna stream this. Let me focus on talking. And then, okay, I was like thinking of streaming at 3 p.m. Like, I'm gonna stream immediately. I'm gonna tell everyone, the whole chat, all my subscribers what happened today. Like 1 hour after it happened. I was like, no, I'm gonna study first. I need to go through my revision for whatever happened in school earlier that day. So I went through and took a look at the book. Honestly, I didn't go through my book that well. I just fumbled my studies as well. I closed my book. I tried to do my school viewing for 1 hour. Breathe and talk. I tried to do my school reviewing for 1 hour. I closed the book, and then it was like 5 p.m. I was like, it's 5 p.m. Should I stream and tell the story now? I really want to get the feelings off my chest and into the chest chat. I was like, okay, Elliot, I told Zion about it. I told Elliot about it. Elliot was like, no. I mean, I don't know. I can't even remember. I have to go on WhatsApp right now to see what did he say at 5 p.m. I spammed him so much because he was begging. What did I say? 6 p.m. Okay, do I dox myself? That's the question. I was like, okay, what time do I stream? I'm gonna stream now. Okay, yeah, I did end up streaming at 5 p.m. And I decided to save the story later for Elliot. And he said he couldn't tune in. He's gonna be put for dinner. Hi. Oh my, why all these messages between me and him? So, yeah, I told him what happened briefly, and he trolled me by typing Chagi. And then he's like, how you mistaken this rando for girl's name, bro? Yeah, I know, right? I'm just gonna she was a special... Okay, no. She's a special... She's not just a girl. Well, yeah. And then, yeah, he was trolling me with messages on, imagine you said hi and it wasn't her. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And I remember he said something like he couldn't tune in for this. Yeah, he said he couldn't tune in. He said, okay, at 10:45, he said I'm still out and he's not in the stream with me right now. Yeah, but I thought he will be back by... I started streaming another stream from somewhere to 9:55. I thought I was gonna take a break for 5 minutes and start telling my story at 10 p.m. But it turns out I didn't. And then I was like, okay, maybe I'll wait till 11. And then 11:45, like I said, he said I'm still out. Then I was like, when do I do it? 11:30. Then around 11:20, I was thinking of, you know what, I'll just do the stream without Elliot. He made me wait so long. I wanted to get this story heart off my chest, and I decided at 10:30 I scheduled the stream for 11:45, and here I am telling you the story about how I fumbled the bag by mistaking some random for another person who's special. Well, yeah, she's special to me. That kind of sounds wrong for some reason. What did I want to say? I totally forgot. My brain is overloaded with all the stuff that happened today. Okay, yeah, that's how I fumbled the bag. But you know what would have been an equally bad fumble? It's like a dilemma. It's like two bad things. Another fumble would have been if... Oh my, Zion left. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Another fumble is... which is just as bad, which is a dilemma, is if it was actually her, but then I walked to the car and drove off and didn't say hi to her. That too would equally be just as bad of a fumble. And I don't like fumbles. I just... I don't know if I can talk to this girl and like speak to her and I don't know, look at her the same way again. Like I messaged her, were you at Chargi? She said no, and that's when it all came crashing down. It was sad. I don't think I have anything further to add, unless one of you guys could somehow advise me or tell me how to compress this whole stream into a 3-minute short. Because I think I said a bunch of unnecessary things. I mean, speeding up my speaking, this can be compressed into a short and posted on YouTube. But I'm not sure if I want to say anything else further. I hope I will be able to see her and talk to her again despite this bad fumble. And I'll try not to fumble again, like from now. I'll try to use my head and think what I should do. Okay, wait, I forgot to mention, after this I'm ending the stream, but another fumble is that because I thought it was her, I wanted to walk away because I was too scared to confront her, and I would rather just message her on Instagram telling me if it was her or not. In fact, my grandma asked me if I wanted to get a drink from Chagi, and actually I did want to get a drink from Chagi, but because I was so scared of her, I was so intimidated by her. I didn't want to go and Chagi, get a drink, and risk interacting with her, saying hi, and being awkward. So I fumbled again by not getting the drink I wanted from Chagi, and honestly, the drinks at Chagi are so good. You guys should try them too. I fumbled that badly. I didn't even get the drinks I wanted from Chagi. I swear, when I saw like her walk into Chagi, it looked a lot like that person from school. Okay guys, I think that's it. Maybe in a future video I'll be bringing up this story again, but I think that's it. Maybe I won't bring up this story, but instead I'll have more stories with that particular girl, and hopefully they're good stories and no fumbles. Like, maybe they'll actually be good stories next time. Hopefully. I'm praying. Well, I'm hoping for that. But I think I might just forget what happened if a week from now, but I guess that's the good part about it. But until then, I'm just gonna end the stream first. Thank you so much for listening to my story, and peace.